Yeah, so guys, it's actually, I like saying actually, once again, it's March the 23rd, 2024. Uh, Face the Nations is on Sundays, naturally. So you guys can see it's the same CBS. This is actually, yeah, this is the regular CBS channel, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, today is March the 23rd, 2024, and it's 5:30, 5:29 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm here in Orlando, Florida still. And I want you guys to see this. I am receiving my mail here.
Hey, let's go. You guys good? Hey. All right, we good? Keep going. The clock. It's ticking. Off we go. 60 minutes. 60 minutes. 60 minutes.
And you can see that the company, the AT&T phone and internet, company, it's actually the headquarters or the processes, not necessarily processing, but the distribution of the letter or the style of letter, the standard of letter, sent from Chicago, the state of Illinois, and it's sent from Chicago specifically. But that does not mean that I've ever lived in the city of Chicago or the state of Illinois, and this is not mail being sent from the state of Illinois to any former Illinois resident or Chicagoan. I promise you guys that there's no Chicagoan in any part of in any residence of mine, any house of mine. Okay, so I want you guys to know that. That's one of the deceptive moves that NSA did initiate, did actually set forth in motion, set out in motion. But yeah, they really came up with that. We anticipated it. We saw them draft out the letter or change the address at the company, at the headquarters, everywhere. But the Central Intelligence Agency needs everyone to know that the FBI itself is no longer functional, no longer has the authority to lead any particular federal case without being audited and supervised by Interpol, and it no longer has any charging or indictment powers anymore. Even though the Department of Justice itself, usually sends out the official indictments or charges and stuff. But conventionally or traditionally over the past half century or so, the FBI has had the ability to do so, and they're going to continue to act as if they do have the ability to do so from time to time, or even consistently within records. But Interpol has literally taken over, has secretly dissolved certain functions of the FBI, and now Interpol actually is the lead federal and federally contracted or federally recognized law enforcement agency over the United States of America, and now entrenched as part of the system of the United States, and having the headquarters of the National Bureau in Washington, D.C. And we're not going to set up shops or minimalist shops or just random undisclosed shops of Interpol all over the place. It's going to be literally bureaus or offices, special offices all over the country, with their addresses all over the internet, all over within all catalogs of contact information, phone books, everything. It's going to be all over the place. We're going to open up Interpol offices, official, nominal, effective offices, effectual offices all over the United States of America, and hopefully we're not going to find any sort of conflicts or contrast in policy. But the FBI is going to be reformed and re-educated over the next 5 years or so, and it's going to serve as a more administrative and more managerial of supervising the communication of cases of this and that, without offsetting or oppressing or abusing the rights of Americans, meaning immigrants and citizens, or actually immigrants and American-born individuals. And I promise you guys this. Even folks that we do consider illegal immigrants per se, they have constitutional rights. They have equal constitutional rights when it comes to human rights and the complemental rights associated with it. But yeah, so Interpol has to sign off or endorse for the most part, for the time being, a bit more secretly or behind not closed doors, but within offices, corporate public and corporate offices, they're going to have to endorse each and every one of the federal charges and indictments allowed by the Department of Justice or the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Moving forward, this is going to become official policy. We're going to give it time to be addressed and then communicated throughout the country as official policy. The United Nations is going to do a lot of work to make sure of it. The federal government itself has said yes to it, so that the United States will not go through any sort of dangerous period moving forward, other than what we're gonna have to endure over the next few years. The whole world itself is gonna have to endure over the next few years to get Russia to halt with its act to make sure that China quits with the harsh military build up, and to make sure that our policies addressing ethnicities, minorities, and distinct ethnicities is proficient and commendable, or the policies addressing these are commendable and are efficient. I might have said is, but I thought I said policy, but the policies, hopefully the policies are going to be commendable and effective and humane. Okay? Humane, whether it's, no matter what your perspective is. So when I say commendable, I usually mean, I typically, and by standard, I mean ethical, humane, constitutional, lawful. That's all commendable could mean to a trained lawyer, a trained government worker, or a public official, including a public official or public office holder. Okay, that's what commendable means to us working with or in government or above government as supervisors of government, but under the law, no matter what. No matter what, Interpol has to respect the federal laws of the United States of America. So even though we do say that Interpol has become above the federal government as its supervisor, we're not saying that it's above the law, the Constitution of the United States, or the federal statutes of the United States. I don't want you guys to ever communicate anything else. Okay? Interpol and no other agency or entity or individual is literally above the law of the United States of America, or the right of the government to apply and employ the law or the laws of the United States of America. Federal, state, local, and this and that. Okay, so sometimes you got to explain that semantics are do not negate what is actually meant when we say these things. This is more so. This is not an official statement, even though it's of only official information that I'm declassifying right now, per the request and endorsement and authorization of the recognized federal officers, given the authority to do so, or the duty to be able to do so. So, okay, so that's what I meant, and okay, so this is the same person speaking, Shawn Dexter John. Okay. I'm gonna have to wear my sandals on. I just stepped out of the house onto the garage area, the outside garage area. But I usually wear my sandals, but every once in a while I just step from the kitchen. I make a video recording and I submit it right away. So yeah. Okay, guys, and I want you guys to know to. Okay, so this is the same Shawn Dexter John, Social Security number 237-99664-0, and my date of birth is January 13, 1985. I'm officially a resident of the state of Florida, and I am officially a citizen of the United States of America, even though I was born in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Okay, guys, I moved to the United States of America once again when I was a child, a young boy. I'm thoroughly American in perspective and nurture, and in my employment of contracts, and in my residence, and in my family members, what I'm accustomed to. But I'm still internationalist, and profoundly internationalist. Naturally, I've explained why, and so forth. But I'm in past video recordings and declassification of work reports, I'm not lying about top secret that I don't need to reiterate over and over and over again. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to get some lotion on my feet. But anyway, yeah, I just got my sandals, so I'm gonna finish up. Yeah. So this is the same Shawn Dexter John. And my phone number is still 407 600 1760. Actually, it's not inactive. I just haven't charged it yet, and it's not inactive at all. I haven't charged it yet. I'm gonna get a replacement phone for it. My phone, the correspondent phone, actually accidentally broke, and hold on. And here's my new phone. You can actually see my new phone. Number is 1321-229-2319. Okay? So as you can see, it's the servicer is T-Mobile. Okay, guys, so that's all. The phone number I just showed you guys, the phone number with the area code 321, the new phone number, it's my secondary phone number. It's my additional phone number, my additional phone. I'm gonna get a replacement phone for my primary phone. I'm gonna get a new Motorola with my Metro by T-Mobile phone, smartphone. So the one that I just showed you guys earlier, within this video recorded, or within an earlier segment, it's an additional phone, and the servicer is T-Mobile. So it's a government contracted phone for the most part. So I have two smartphones. One is a very advanced smartphone, a Motorola smartphone. This particular smartphone broke about a week ago, so I'm gonna have to purchase a replacement phone in about a week or so. Okay, or on the first, and then I should be able to get it a day or two thereafter. But so the new number, the 321 number, that's of an additional phone. So I have two numbers right now. I'm only using the 321 number for the next few days before I get my replacement phone. And I'm gonna primarily use my 407 600 1760 phone number. Okay.